Welcome back. 50 most expensive postage stamps in the world. Japan, dragons and denomination, inverted face value, 500 mon error stamp, 1871. This stamp from Japan was sold for $4,800,000. Well, this is Switzerland 5 Ribbon Rayon 1 stamp, 1850. 5 Ribbon Rayon 1 stamp is one of the first issue presented by Switzerland, and it features a horn above a red shield bearing the white Swiss cross. Well, this is 10 KR blue stamp 1881, and it is one of the most notable definitive stamps of Hungary. It features the crown of Saint Stephen and the numeral, which is printed in the same color as the stamp. Well, 1 KR blue newspaper text stamp 1868, and it is one of the most desirable stamps of Hungary. And these stamps were used to collect a fiscal tax rather than the pay postage. Well, this is 5 or perforation 12 stamp 1876. It is an exceptional Icelandic philatelic item that is worth a real fortune. It is designed in a brown color and its denomination is shown inside a crown. It is very scarce and valuable. Well, this is 15 cent on 17.5 cent ultramarine and brown stamp 1924. It is one of the rarest Netherlands stamp, and it is a vertical format that features the left-facing portrait of the young Queen Wilhelmina. Well, Tama 6 euro stamp 1875, and it is recently discovered by a Scandinavian philatelist who didn't even realize that he became the owner of the unique philatelic item, and he found this in a large all-world collection. Baseldorf stamp 1845. Baseldorf is the world's first tricolor stamp issued by the Switzerland in 1845, and this issue is unique as it is the first in various ways. Well, this is 2RS Blue Block of 4 1851. 2RS Blue is the second Danish stamp which first appeared on April 28, 1851, and it was printed by the Royal Printers H. Thiele and Company. Well, 10A Red Carmine 1 guilty overprinted in black 1883, and this is one of the crowned numeral Icelandic stamp that was overprinted and reissued in 1902 and 1903. 5000K Madonna and the Child Center inverted 1923, and it is often referred to as the rarest Hungarian stamp, and it is one of the premier inverted centers of 20th century Europe philatelic items. 10 Rapen Rayon 2 stamp 1850, and it is yellow with complete frame around the cross. It is exceedingly scarce, unlike its similar counterparts with no frame around the center cross. Well, this is 5 Rapen blue stamp 1854, and it is one of the most unusual stamp in Swiss postal history. It was issued within the series, and these are also known as Strubels. Well, this one is 10C Dark Carmine stamp 1852, and it is one of the first Netherlands stamp that were originally released on January 1, 1852, and it is a very interesting, rare and valuable Dutch stamp. Well, 2 Riksbank Skilling blue stamp 1851, and it is the second Danish stamp that is even rarer than the first one. However, there is some even more interesting examples that can be found. 10G Independence Centenary stamp 1913, and this was issued to celebrate the centenary of Dutch independence, and it is also very rare and valuable. Well, this is 5 Ore Green Aalborg Kiosk Company stamp 1900. The locals of the Denmark known commonly as the by post, which translated similar means town post by the Danish. Well, 3A on 5A green stamp 1897, and this is one of the most remarkable Icelandic philatelic items from the post horn and crown numerals series, and it is also very scarce. Well, this is 7.5C dark violet stamp 1927, and it features a syncopated perforation type D, and it is one of the rarest of all the Netherlands issue, and it is very difficult to obtain. Well, this is Empress Jingo Tenjian stamp 1914, and it is a rare Japanese stamp that shows a portrait of Empress Jinko. This is the first woman whose portrait was placed on the postage stamps of Japan. Well, this is 25-cent King William III stamp, 1867. And it is one of the 6 new higher denomination Netherlands issued in 1867. And this is the first stamp that was inscribed. Well, this is double Geneva stamp, 1843. And it is the third oldest European stamp issue from the Zurich 4 and 6 and the British penny black and the 2 penny blue. And it is very unusual early issue. 25A yellow, brown and blue with black overprint, 1902. 25A yellow, brown and blue with black overprint is the most rarest major type ground numeral Icelandic stamp. Well, this is Bird Series 12 cent Rose stamp, 1875. And it is from the Bird series, and it is the first stamp issued by Japan for international correspondence. And it is also very scarce. Well, Ward 4 stamp 1849, and it is one of the key rarities of the early Switzerland, with a few superb examples being incredibly challenging to locate. And the 4 centime stamp labeled local taxes is very rare. 30-cent gray syllabic 1 stamp 1874, and it is one of the Japanese philatelic items that rarely appear on the market. And many samples have lot of faults, but this is very fine condition. 7.5 G marine insurance stamp 1921, and in 1921 the Netherlands and the main colony Netherlands Indies both issued marine insurance stamp, and these are very unusual and very rare. Well, 38 or orange newspaper stamp 1914, and it is one of the most notable newspaper stamp issued by the Denmark Post, and it was used to pay the cost of mailing. Inverted frame 4 or surcharge 1912, and it is on 80 slate and carmine, and it is one of the gems of Danish philately. It is enormously rare inverted frame variety. Well, next is 2.5 G Princess Wilhelmina stamp 1891. Upon William's III death in 1890, Princess, still a minor, became Queen of the Netherlands, and this stamp is very rare and highly desirable. Well, next is Zurich 4R Black stamp 1846. And in 1843, the canton of Zurich decided to issue stamp to prepay postage, and these were issued in 2 denominations, 4 rappen for the local letters and 6 rappen. Cherry Blossom 20S Red Violet stamp 1874. And it is a great Japanese philatelic items that features a square syllabic 2, and it is also very fine and very rare. Well, this is 60F Soviet Probe Luna 2 stamp 1959, and it is a scarce variety with missing color red, and it is one of the most interesting items of Hungarian philately. And well, this is 10G Orange Queen Wilhelmina stamp 1905. 10G Orange stamp is one of the 27 major type definitive Netherlands stamp that were issued between 1899 and 1924. Well, this is 2KR military border newspaper text stamp, and it was issued for use in military border district of southern Hungary in 1868. The newspaper text stamp were used to collect a fiscal tax. Well, this is William Tell 20 CPR 1932. William Tell is a folk hero of Switzerland whose legendary exploits were first recorded in the late 15th century Swiss Chronicle, and this stamp is very rare. Well, this is 90 or King Christian X stamp 1920, and this stamp is one of the rarest Danish stamp. It features the right-facing portrait of King of the Denmark from 1912 to 1947. Cherry Blossom 1 cent stamp 1875, and this is considered among the classic rarities of Japanese postal history, and this is very rare and it is a beautiful stamp. It is a choice example. Well, this is 1K Hopflog Airpost Overprint 1933. Early airmail stamps of Iceland were produced by overprinting contemporary definitive postage stamps or incorporating a bird or airplane stamp. Well, 20F green and black postage due center inverted 1908. And it is a great Hungarian rarity and only a small number of this error is known. And it indicates one mint example. 70F brown on greenish error stamp 1938. And it is one of only few examples of 70 filler stamp that shows the crown of Saint Stephen, Hungary first monarch. Well, this is cherry blossom 20S red violet stamp 1874, and it is a great Japanese philatelic item that features a scarce syllabic too. As the design of this stamp is very beautiful, it is very popular among the stamp collectors. 28 blue with red overprint stamp 1902, and it is one of the most impressive Icelandic stamps that are definitely worth collectors' attention. It is so scarce and very valuable. 10KR black and green revenue stamp 1868, and it is a magnificent stamp that can adorn even the most sophisticated stamp collection. It is very unique philatelic item. Well, it is 8S green horizontal pair 1858, and it is one of the most interesting philatelic items from Denmark. It is in pair and it is typograph, imperforate, and have wavy lines in the spandrels. 4S chestnut brown stamp 1854, and it is one of the most distinctive Denmark's stamp with an interesting shade. And it features a crown and a wreath around which there is dotting in the spandrels. Well, dragon sign denomination 1 cent blue stamp 1872, and it is one of the first stamp issues of Japan, and it is very famous and it is very popular among the collectors worldwide. Well, this is Ryukyu Island Airmail Error Stamp 1960. During the American occupation of the Ryukyu Islands, postal authorities in the region printed several notable stamps, postcards, and other stationery. And this one is a very rare stamp. Well, cherry blossom 6 and violet brown 1874, and it is one of the brightest Japanese philatelic rarities, and it was printed on Western paper instead of Japanese paper. So it is very rare and highly desirable. 3FO soccer unissued corner block 1954, and it is relatively modern philatelic rarity by Hungary, and it was prepared for FIFA World Cup finals. I hope you liked my video. Thank you and subscribe to the channel and keep visiting and watching the videos.